Assis sur mon lit à bouffer sa langue en buvant trop mon whisky. Quant à moi, peu dormi, vie débris. Mais j'ai dû dormir dans la gouttière où j'ai eu un flash. En 4 couleurs. Allez hop, un matin, une louloute est venue chez moi. Poupée de cellophane, cheveux chinois. Un sparadrap, une gueule de bois.
I'm now joined by ex-Partick Thistle defender Frédéric Frans. Freddie, hello, thank you for joining me. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You signed for Partick Thistle in 2014. When you signed, what were your personal objectives? A lot of players come to Scotland to get a move down to England. What were your sort of goals when you signed for the club?
To be honest, the goal was I didn't extend my contract in my previous club Lierse because I wanted to try something new. So I went around a bit on trials everywhere, England, Scotland. Then because of Charlie Miller, he knew Alan Archibald, and I ended up at Partick. And yeah, from the first minute, I had a great feeling. And to be honest, my first goal was to establish myself as a player for Partick Thistle. You know, of course, every professional football player has to have the highest goals, but I always think if everything for the club is just signed for instead of like thinking already about the move to England or whatever. So for me, it was perfect to learn a new country, a new culture. So yeah, I was very happy to sign for Partick.
I think you quite quickly became a fan's favourite. What was your relationship with the fans?
Really good, actually. I mean, Partick was a perfect club for me. It's a family club. The fans are really close to the players. Just the way in Scotland, you guys are fantastic people as well. And I came in a club where I just felt at home. And for me, it was, especially as it was the first time abroad, there was a perfect feeling, perfect match, I think.
You mentioned Alan Archibald earlier. What was it like working under him?
Oh, really good. I mean, yeah, he was a guy who gave me a chance abroad. So I will always be thankful for that. And Alan was just, Mr. Archibald was just a great man. He's a fantastic person, great coach as well. And we had a really good relationship. He was always open and honest with me. He was the kind of manager, you would try to run through a brick wall for him. So only respect for him, and I will be forever grateful.
While you were at the club, could you just talk us through like your favourite memories, friends that you made at the club? Who were the characters in the changing room at the time?
To be honest, I thought we had a fantastic changing room. We had all really nice guys, and you could see like all the boys who were there at the moment were boys that had been through a lot of stages already with the club. I think, they won the championship together. Boys like James Cragen, Higginbottom, Talatoni, Banzo, Lawless, Fox. They were all boys like who were through and through Thistle. And there was a fantastic changing room to come into. They were also very open for me because in the end I was probably one of the only real foreign players, I think. A few others were maybe from England, but like Abs was from England. But in general, most of the boys were Scottish, local. Yeah, it was a great dressing room, and I can see that because I still speak to a lot of them. I still speak to Conrad. I still speak to James Cragen all the time. Even Stevenson, Ryan Stevenson, I still speak to him. So, I mean, Dulf was a really good group.
Who was your favourite player to play next to at centre-back? Who was your favourite partner?
Yeah, that was Conrad. I mean, me and Conrad, as a centre-back, sometimes you need to build up a relationship with a player to get a good partnership. But with Conrad, I mean, we can play tomorrow next to each other, and it will still feel like we just played 25 games in a row next to each other, We didn't have to say a lot to each other. We knew how the other would play. We just complemented each other really good. So I loved playing next to him. But obviously I had a few other great partners. I think, Liam Lindsay was fantastic for the club. Dan Seaborn. But the most natural click I had with Conrad, and I thought he was fantastic.
I was going to ask you about Liam Lindsay, actually. His best season was just after you left, but could you always see when he was coming up through, when he was a youngster, could you see that he would go on to get a big move down south? He's now at Stoke.
It's hard to say that because you could see Liam had a fantastic body for a young boy. He was very strong. He had speed. He had all the attributes. But then obviously, it's a big difference to be decent in training and perform on the pitch. But then, I mean, I think even I started the season, I think, together with Dan Seaborn. But then, because Dan got injured, Liam got his chance. So me and Liam started in the beginning. And, yeah, he was fantastic. I mean, he won every header. He scored goals. He was good on the ball. So yeah, from the moment he started playing, he literally grew every game. Good players are like this, you know. They grow all the time, and you could see with Liam he was gonna go. The more I saw him, the more I was thinking, okay, this boy is going to good teams.
You left the club in 2016 after 2 seasons. Was this your decision?
Yeah, it was my decision because the club offered me a new deal. Obviously, the deal was just lower than what I had before because I spoke to the manager, Archibald, and the reason why he gave a little bit lower deal was because in the last few months I was at the club. I had a few injuries, small injuries, and I was a little bit in and out of the team. Also because Liam came through the team. And then I think Liam and Dan had a very good partnership for a while, so I played a little bit less, so it was more in and out, and every time I got back in, after 3 games I got a small injury, so I could understand why the Gaffer gave me a smaller deal, but then in the meantime, my old club Lierse came to me with a really nice deal. It was my hometown club where I was since I was 5 years old. We had a great project, and for me, yeah, the money we are earning at our level is not like life-changing money. So I must say, like, especially to live abroad, for me, it was a little bit more difficult on the new deal. So I just said to the Gaffer, I said, thanks a lot for the offer, it's brilliant, because they really wanted to keep me. But yeah, I have a better offer from Belgium, so that's why I decided to do it. So I can't say any bad word about the club. I mean, they did everything to keep me, and they were right in the terms they offered me, so yeah, nothing wrong.
It was rumoured that you were close to rejoining the club in 2018, so last summer.
Yeah.
How close was that to happening?
Jerry Britton phoned me so obviously he found out that my club went bankrupt. Then Jerry Britton phoned me and he was looking for the possibility if there was a chance for me to come, and then obviously told him that at the time I had 2 offers from Ross County and Dundee United. Then at the time he asked me the height of the offers, because I was actually really pleased that Partick entered the race as well, you know, because for me it was special, you know, it would always be special, still special, so, but then, okay, I know it sounds about money, everything all the time, but then he said, like, okay, we can't come even close to the numbers of Ross County and the United, so, I got a family to think about as well, so that's why I decided to go to the United.
What was your time like at Dundee United, and what was it like playing against Partick Thistle?
My time at Dundee United was really nice as well. Like I say, Scottish people in general are, you guys are fantastic. I mean, I think all the people all over Scotland are very nice, they're open, they're helpful, and the same was in Dundee United. I know it's maybe like a bigger club in stature and history, but there were also a lot of open people there, and they treated me really good, and my wife as well, and my kids. So especially also, I just had a baby, he was 3 months old when we moved to Dundee. And always, you know, the first year of your kid is always special. So he actually had his first year and a half in Dundee. So for us, it made it a little bit different and special as well, you know. So I can't say anything bad about the club as well. I had a great time. But I must say, like, sportive-wise, I had much more success at Partick. I think I had much more memorable moments, like scoring in Ross County and those things. More moments I will never forget.
Just to finish up, Freddie, you're currently at Beerschot, if I've pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying that, and what are your plans for the future?
So I signed for Beerschot, and it's a pretty big club in Belgium. It's I'm happy at the club. It's only 45 minutes from my home. It's a big club. You never know in football what the future brings, but at the moment I enjoy it a lot. Thanks
very much for joining us. That was great.
Thank you so much. Just want to say thanks again to all the Partick supporters, because I still speak to a lot of them all the time, and they've always been fantastic to me, and they still text me really nice stuff. It's a fantastic club, and I cross my fingers that everything will be alright this season.
Top man, Freddie. Thank you.